Hi, I'm Alex Brown, and I'm here in my hometown of Rochester, New York. Join me as I step out of my comfort zone, jump on my bike, and experience the Flower City from the trails. Today, I'm heading out on the Genesee River Trail starting downtown. Heading south past the University of Rochester, passing through the beautiful Genesee Valley Park, and back to scenic Cornhill Landing. You want to know a great way to experience the city of Rochester? Get on your bike and hit the trails. Before I head out, I wanted to check on my raggedy bike since it's been sitting in storage for a few years. So I asked my friend Steve, an expert at Our Community Bikes, about how to get my bike in good shape and ready for the trails.
Well, you've come to the right place. With the bike either stationary or up in the air, you pull on the brake lever, and you can see in this case both arms are moving together, which is perfect, and they're both coming together on the rim, not touching the tire and not below the rim. This is absolutely adjusted perfectly. You like to oil right in the center of the chain because that's where the bearing is. So what I do is I just kind of lean this here and then roll the chain around. Now the chain is nicely lubricated. So Alex, what I'd like you to do is not feel afraid, but I'm going to hold this bike up, and what you could do is you could step through, and trust me, I'm not going to let you fall. You'll get up on the seat. Now you're going to back pedal until one foot is straight up and down, stop. All right, now you see your right leg? Mm-hmm. It's almost fully extended. Mm-hmm. I'd say that's a little bit too much extension. Mm-hmm. So what I'd ask you to do is we'll let you get off, and then I'm going to lower the seat just a little bit. All right, we're going to drop this down almost to where that is. We're going to make sure it's nice and straight, and then we're going to retighten your seat post clamp. Now let's recheck. All right, now back pedal and stop straight. All right, you see that little bend you have in your right foot? Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Steve, thank you so much for everything today. I think I am finally ready to hit the trail.
Excellent, Alex. It was wonderful meeting you. I'm glad you were able to come to Our Community Bikes. I wish you the best riding experience now that your bike is safe and you've got a wonderful trail to follow.
Thank you, Steve.
You're very welcome. Good luck.
Ready to hit the trail.
Okay.
Okay, now that my bike is all ready to rock and roll, I hope this trail is actually going to be easy enough for a beginner like me. I don't want to get stuck out here and have you guys have to come find me. One of the best parts of this trail is seeing such a cross-section of Rochester life.
Oh, here come the skaters.
Are those seagulls? Wow. It's a bunch of them like it's the beach. You have a direct connection with nature that you don't get driving around the city. Sometimes too much. Wow, just a short ride from downtown is the University of Rochester. Riding through campus is beautiful any time of year.
Oh, this is a great little spot.
Genesee Valley Park is 800 acres of green space, south of the city along the shores of the Genesee River. It's very cool to have a park like this right next to U of R and close to downtown. Originally called South Park, the name was changed to recognize the Seneca Nation who named the river Genesee, which means Pleasant Valley. The park's sweeping landscapes and ornate canal bridges were originally designed by the pioneering landscape architect Frederick Law Olmsted. Olmsted, the genius behind New York's Central Park and several other local parks, intended to have the East Bank evoke the feeling of a large pasture while reserving the West Side for more recreational activities. There is so much to enjoy about this park in any season. You can play tennis, basketball, golf, go kayaking, picnic, or swim. It's like a green oasis just south of downtown. Even though it's a lot of fun out here, there are things you have to know to stay safe. I asked Jesse Pierce from Reconnect Rochester what the most important rules of the road are when you're on the trails.
First of all, you have to keep in mind that there's going to be many people on trails like the Genesee Riverway Trail, like the Erie Canal Trail. There's going to be pedestrians, there's going to be people walking their dogs. None of those people have to get out of your way when you're riding a bicycle. A bicycle is going to be the fastest user of trails like these, and so as the fastest trail user, you have to yield to everybody else. So that's really, really important to keep in mind. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is that you have to ride on the right-hand side of the trail unless you're passing someone. If you come up upon a jogger or someone in a stroller or anything, just give them a polite, bell ring or out loud say, passing on your left, and then thank them in a courteous manner as you pass them, and then you can get back to that right side. And then the final thing to keep in mind is there's no vehicles allowed on trails that have gasoline engines. So no motorbikes, no ATVs, nothing like that is allowed on any of our local trails.
This seems like a good spot to stop. I'm right here on the bridge where the Genesee River and the Erie Canal meet each other. This has been such an easy ride, especially for a newcomer like me. Nice and flat, really wide trails, right here in our own backyard. A little bit of nature right in an urban environment. This has been awesome. I'm gonna loop back through the city and see what else I can see. Let's go.
The views from this trail keep changing as I ride, but each view more beautiful than the last one. I wondered about this detour, so I asked Eric Frisch from ROC the Riverway and Councilman Mitch Gruber about what's going on with all the construction.
So what we're looking at here in the midst of construction, this is what's left of the original crumbling flood control wall that previously was up here, right? And we cut it down so now you can have views of the river while you're using the trail. In order to do that work, the contractors had to install this cofferdam, this corrugated metal structure, which is just intended to keep the water levels low enough to make sure that all the work can be done safely. So when the project is complete, you won't even really see the flood control wall anymore. What you'll have is a largely natural vegetated shoreline, and trail users will be able to see and access the river at all times between Cornhill Landing and Fort Street.
On top of what you see here at the West River Wall, we have incredible projects on the horizon. Charles Carroll Park is seeing a huge transformation right now. We have the skate park right across the way. We're bringing bike share back into our community. All these things together are about transforming the way we think about transit equity.
ROC the Riverway is an initiative of the City of Rochester to reimagine the Rochester-Genesee River waterfront. The program involves more than 24 transformational projects designed to fully realize the river's potential and offer new ways for people like me to get out and enjoy the outdoors.
The importance of ROC the Riverway is building that connective tissue through our city and recognizing that the Genesee River is really the heart of our entire community. It's going to be amazing to see people biking and walking up the West River Wall. I'm beyond excited about all these projects coming together at once.
From where the new wall will be, back to downtown is only a short stretch, but it's one of the best parts of the trail.
Wow, look at this view. I'm here at Cornhill Landing. This seems like a pretty good place to stop. That trail wasn't intimidating at all. It only took me about 35 minutes, but I did stop and take a few breaks. The scenery was so unique. I saw so much that I would have never seen if I was in a car. I had a fantastic day riding my bike through the city of Rochester. You should come check it out too.
Next time, I'll head out on the North Riverway Trail, through Turning Point Park, and end my journey at Charlotte Beach. I can't wait to ride along the boardwalk and check out some beautiful natural scenery.